Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all well. I'm on with a book haul for you today. I have a few to get through, so I thought I'd just drag a bag in, pull them out and show you, put them away, get another bag in. So this one I'll be breaking up a bit and putting together, editing. So I got this Virginia Henley, A Woman of Passion, and I got this purely for the cover. This dust cover is gorgeous though, so I might have to do something with that. I love the embossed top of it. Sorry, it's probably glaring everywhere, but the cover is beautiful. So I'll be reusing that. There was Life in Tudor England. So that's a really neat dust cover as well. $19.64 for this one. Some of the pictures are pretty neat. It is glossy, but you get that. I love the castle ones. This is Mary Slessor of Calabar. Now this one I grabbed because I opened this first page and saw this and just love it. I think someone's drawn that on. Isn't that really cool lettering? Very nice. Flow from Horace. And then it's got this beautiful poem that they've stuck in. I wonder if that's Horace. It's very interesting. I like that page as well. And those ones. And look, August the 26th. I wonder what year it was. It's very old. Let's see if there's any more in there. Doesn't look like it. So yes, I mainly got this just for the start pages. Cover's quite nice as well. This is an introduction to Italian painting. $19.30 for this one. So it has your plates. Lovely. So there's a fair few plates in this one. This is Anecdote of Painting. It's got an embossed cover, but it just says Murray's reprint. Might be nice to cover over those words and then bring out the embossing around it a bit more. Lincoln School of Art and Design, local prizes. I don't think this one has a date, but it does look antique. Beautiful pages for collaging, I think. They're thin. So I don't think it has pictures at all. Just text. Gainsborough. Masterpieces in colour. Gainsborough from 1727 to 1788. Does that say when it was printed? No. So no date on this one either. It looks old though because the pages have been torn apart. You've got your plates. They're really cool. Queen Charlotte. Life in Medieval England. Nice cover. Again, it's got glossy pictures, but there's castles. 1960 for this one. This is a cool book, all about ships and shipping. It's a pity that it's been it's been fixed up and that, because it's got a really cool cover on it. You can't see half of it, unfortunately. The 10th edition, 1959 for this one. Nice size pages though to slip into some pockets. Nautical vocabulary. Lloyd's signal stations, ship canals, lighthouses and lightships, gale warnings. It's quite interesting. Types of sailing vessels. Love the colour plates. So that's a really cool little book with heaps in it. And then there were some more on shipping, navigation. 1961. There's this little pocket at the back. Some of the maps. Some of the pictures I think I might like, but there's not a lot in this one. Some vintage pictures. The proper yacht with bugs. I'll just tip them into the rubbish. 1966. I don't know why I'm grabbing this stuff. I had a whole lot of yacht books for a project I did previously, but you never know what you're going to end up doing, and I do love these diagrams. Yeah, it does have really cool diagrams. Then we've got the Australian Country Women's Cookbook. This is 1977. And what I like about this is the pictures are quite retro, but I love the way that the recipes are formatted, just in these little squares. So that'd be really cool to cut out and use as journaling cards in recipe journals. And I like how they've got the sort of orangey brown writing as well. But yeah, I really like the size of the recipes. So I got this 1001 golf holes you must play before you die. I'm sure I didn't get that for anything other than the cover, I reckon. I like the blue. It is a little warped now though. But I think I really love the width of the spine. It's a real nice thick one to remake into a journal. I wouldn't have to widen the spine with this, so I would just reinforce it and it would be fine. So that one is purely for the cover. So I'll just take this off and put it in my recycling bag because it's annoying me. That can go out for the cover. This is Sterling's Gold, Wit and Wisdom of an Ad Man. I think this might be one for the cover as well. It's a lovely little cover. Pages are nice. Plagiarism, that's resourceful. Fair enough. I might read it and see if there's any sayings that I like for journaling cards or something, but I doubt. Shorthand book. Teach yourself shorthand Pitmans as usual. Love their covers too. Quite nice. So that's a nice old one. $66 for that one. This one might be a cover as well. Sonia Soane's What My Mother Doesn't Know. Yes, I would say I got that for the cover, being purple. This is Compliments, a treasury of tributes to friends and lovers, relatives and rivals. I do like the pages here. I like the borders, so I think I can do something with that. And it's a nice brown and cream tones in the backgrounds. Can always cover over the writing. That's quite nice. This is Somebody Loves You, Helen Steiner Rice. Now these ones I grabbed because they've got these weird coloured flower bits, and I've cut them all out of one of these already, and I reckon I have a project in mind for it in the future, so you'll have to watch out for that. Actually, these are a great colour for a project I'm doing at the moment, so I keep finding more and more to put into it, which is good. I'll leave that there. Is it Mark? 100 Years of Motoring. That's pretty cool. $19.79 for this one. Now some of the cars are your newer cars, but then you get into the older ones, which I like. Sort of. Not really a car fan, but lots of people are, and I'm sure there's lots of people that like to make journals with these beautiful Rolls Royce and Bentleys and etc. in them. And some nice pictures. Riding. This one is 1984. Some of the pictures are really nice size for journaling cards. And some illustrations, which I like. The History of Golf. I think I've already got this one. One very much like it. It's got cool pictures in it though. This one is, I don't know, I have to read all that. 88. So I know near the start you get more of the vintage golfing pictures, which I think are pretty neat. Look at those balls. They're a bit rough, aren't they? This one is the Complete Book of Writing. 1993. Pretty. I don't know, when I was young I did ride a few horses. I think I was on the ground more than I was on the horse. The first horse I got was I had no experience either, and the first horse I got was a 3/4 Arab mare who hadn't been touched. So we had a man help me break her in, and the amount of times she chucked me off. No fun. But look at these illustrations. They're amazing. Absolutely beautiful. And this big one is Australian Sport Through Time. I have a lot of your Australia Through Time, I think they are ones. And they've got so many cool pictures, and the sport one's quite similar in the fact it has your old pictures and adverts and that as well. I'm not really into sport though, but so it would be the newer pictures up here, and then you get to the older stuff. I have used some of the boxing pictures and that in a masculine themed journal previously. And I love the date too. That looks really cool on these books. And you get so many different sized bits and pieces that you can use. Tell you what, I'll be editing my videos a fair bit from now on, because I have to keep stopping and sneezing and coughing, and yeah, you know when it's springtime here. So I'll go and grab the next lot. So there were these. I thought they were postcards, maybe they're cards. Yeah, they're cards for an artist, Hal Barton, with his paintings on the front. So I'll be able to do something with those. They fell out of one of the books, no doubt. There were a few of these sort of books. This one's To a Very Special Mother. Sometimes they have gorgeous little pictures. They also can have nice words and quotes and sayings. This one's 92. Oh, look at those pictures. That'd be beautiful for some altered paper clips or something like that. Like the colours they've used, lots of purple. This one's To a Very Special Friend, so it must be in the same sort of series. Again, beautiful borders. This one is The Far Side Book of David Hope, 1984. It's poems, an anthology of poems. So I'll read the poems and see what I think, but some of these pages are really nice as well. They're quite a nice size if they're sewn in. No, by the looks. They're glued in. I was going to say they'd be nice to have as pages, which is still could. I'd just make a paper hinge for them maybe. Some of those pictures are really nice. This is my mother always used to say. This one should be an interesting read. I'll have to see if my mother said any of these. Do you think I'm made of money? Do you think money grows on trees? It's under emergencies. I told you to go before we left the house. I love the writing of the titles, so I think some of these would be really cool for tags and that. Nice colour on the background as well. Book of the Year, Special Days and Their Meanings. Again, beautiful pictures. December. So I love all these little embellishments that they've put, so I'll be cutting them out and using them on tags and that, I think. It's a beautiful picture for the Easter bunny. It says, "Dear Mum, thank you for everything." I've got a heap of these sort of books that have beautiful animal pictures in them. Just the cutest animal pictures. So I never let them go to the bin. Oh, look at him, he's tiny. It's like looking at myself from behind. Just couldn't help myself, sorry guys. This is the Ultimate Greeting Card book. I wasn't letting this one go to the bin either. I figure that you can always find some inspiration in crafty books. And it's always stuff that you can, you know, put into journals, and that doesn't have to be on greeting cards. Got so many of this sort of thing. I really have to go through them and find the bits that inspire me, I think, and take them out and then make my own folder full of them, so I can find them a bit more easily. This is The Waters Under the Earth, John Moore. I think I like dust cover, and I possibly like the colour. Yeah, love green. Really nice for nature journals. So, and the pages are quite nice. This is Reader's Digest, the story of human ingenuity through the ages. How was it done? Lots of cool pictures by the looks. 1995. Oops, just got a bit scared there. I thought it was a spider or something. You never know what you might find. So lots of pictures that you can cut out and use for ephemera. Never really had much respect or like of Reader's Digest, but that has changed greatly since I started journaling. And they have the best books with the best pictures. I shouldn't say journaling, I should say making junk journals, because I definitely don't do much journaling. So lots of pictures in that one. And this one is Secret Gardens Revealed by Their Owners. 1994 for this one. Beautiful pages, and yes, they're glossy, and yes, they're huge, but I will make stuff out of those big pages one day. I want to have a day where I do a whole lot of mass making with this sort of page. Also, I do keep a few for glue booking in the future. I'll have a peruse through them too, just to see if there's any plants that I want in my garden. So beautiful pictures, and lots of them in that, the full page ones. The next book is The Romance of Treasure Trove. Some nice writing in there. 1933 for this one. And it does have some pictures. And they're really vintage looking. Well, they are vintage, but... the pages are really nice too. A nice cream colour. And thick enough probably to do some watercolour on. Or stamping. So I'll probably keep the pages from this one. And I did grab a dust cover, Daphne du Maurier, The Loving Spirit. I really loved that dust cover. And I think there's something in it, a little envelope that I found that fell out of a book. It's a nice cream colour. This is Little Men by Louisa May Alcott. I really love this cover for maybe a journal for a boy. It's in really good condition, For a lot of the ones that I get of hers, they're usually quite busted up. So this one's quite good. Oh, look. It was meant to be. So it's got some pictures in there by the looks as well, yeah. So I might be able to leave the pictures in. Might even make a nice altered book, but it would need reinforcement. Let's put that one in there. These are Watching the Clouds Go By and Where Does the Wind Blow, and other essays. I think they must be in Chinese, maybe. So these ones I think I'll tea dye, and they'll be great for collaging. So they'd both be quite similar, those ones. This is Fiercely Lord Grinkleton. It's interesting. I reckon I got this for the cover. So it's nice little mini journal size. Could even do a mini altered book with that one. The pages and that in quite good condition. This is Nelson Roy Hattersley, The Great Commanders. $19.74 for this one. These are nice, the letters and that. The pages are quite nice too, they're matte, which is cool. Some nice vintage pictures in that one. There is this Who Did What, illustrated biographical dictionary. $19.85. Nice matte pages again, so some of these plain pages might tea dye as well. There's some cool pictures. That's a really cool one for the circus. World Atlas. Glossy, but that's all right. Be all right for envelopes. This is an Atlas of China. Some cool pictures. And some information as well. So there's a fair bit in this that might be really nice in a Oriental themed journal. Oxford World Atlas. Again glossy, but that's all right. The 20th Century Chronicle in Pictures. So I've got a few of these. A few too many of these. This one doesn't have, I find it doesn't have real nice pictures. I don't tend to like the theme of a lot of them. They're still vintage, and I think it'd be interesting to read and learn from. And there's a few beauties. So, and they're nice matte pages again. Guns, there are a few gun books. Yeah, and as I've said before, it's not something I really like much, but I do see the beauty in the pictures, diagrams of this sort of thing. So the old vintage ones, I find the pictures quite nice of some of those. This has heaps of pictures too. I might even use some in my glue books. This sort of one, yeah, quite nice. I've got this big book that I haven't even looked in. My workmate put it aside for me, The Law of Ships. She knows me pretty well, so I figure it's probably one I would like. I like the start page. This one is 73, and it's got cobweb. Nice map pages. Oh yeah, like the diagrams. That's really cool. Look at that. Sorry, it's a bit big to open right up with the setup I've got here. It's just full of them. Full of beautiful diagrams. So yeah, that was a good find. So the next one is one of my all-time favourites. It's a Reader's Digest Family Guide to Nature. Can't tell you how many of these I have now. And there's some newspaper clippings that fell out of one of the books. And a little note. And a bookmark. Look at that side. Very nice. Someone's covered it in plastic by the looks. Oh, another bookmark. So this one is 84. This just has the best pictures. Even in the index, it has these little pictures. But it has lots of illustrations. Botanical and animal ones. And yeah, I always have to get this if I see it. Might recognise this photo because I used this one in the journal I made for Jovi, the Pink Flamingo journal. But you see this one everywhere. I see it in pretty well all the second-hand stores. So there's piles and piles of them out there. So keep an eye out on that one because, yeah, it is a great book. And then the last thing I got was I was really fortunate to go in and see a number of these old German or Dutch books on the shelves. So they have your really old style writing. Oh, that's cool. Some German advertising. That's really dark. So that's the writing in that one. Now that's not the old pretty writing, but it's still in the German or Dutch. I'll have to look up about them so I know for sure. Look at the covers too, beautiful. And there's this one. This does have the old style writing. And then I got a couple of these Goethe ones. I've got a couple more of these sitting around actually. I love these. Just beautiful books. So I was really lucky to come across all of these because I think got 3 or 4 before and I haven't dared break into them and use them yet. I've been hoarding them, so now I've got plenty. I'll be able to start using one for my projects because the writing is just gorgeous. Oh, look, more stuff. don't know, it's like, I don't know, is it toilet paper? Might need that one day. I'll leave it in there. All right, so that is it. It was a big one this time. That was sort of 2 weeks worth pretty well. I got a whole heap last week that's just been sitting there in bags because I've been very busy. And yeah, then I just grabbed a few yesterday. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're all doing okay, and I will see you soon. Bye.